Assalamu alaikum, students. Welcome to Term 2 of your JSS 1 IRS program. Today we study Siyam, fasting in the month of Ramadan, the fourth pillar of Islam and one of the most significant acts of worship in the Muslim calendar. Ramadan is the 9th month of the Islamic lunar calendar. It is the month in which the first revelation of the Quran descended to the Prophet Muhammad. Peace be upon him. For this reason, it is the most sacred month of the year. A time of intense worship, reflection, community, and generosity. Allah commands the fast in the Quran, Surah Al-Baqarah chapter 2, verse 183, O you who believe. Fasting is prescribed for you, as it was prescribed for those before you, so that you may attain taqwa. By the end of this lesson, you will be able to define Siyam and state its Quranic basis, explain the conditions and rules of the Ramadan fast, describe the spiritual aims of fasting, explain the concept of taqwa, and describe how Ramadan is observed in Nigeria. Siyam in Arabic means to abstain or to refrain. In Islamic practice, it means to abstain from dawn, far, until sunset, Maghrib, from food and drink of any kind, including water, sexual relations between spouses, smoking and any deliberate intake of substances through the mouth or nose, speaking falsehood, backbiting, arguing, and immoral acts. The Quran made Ramadan fasting obligatory in the second year after the Hijrah, the Prophet's migration from Mecca to Medina. Before Ramadan was obligated, voluntary fasting had already been practiced. The Ramadan fast runs for the entire month of Ramadan, either 29 or 30 days, depending on the lunar calendar. Who must fast? Fasting in Ramadan is obligatory for every Muslim who is adult, has reached puberty, mentally sound, not suffering from a condition affecting their mind, healthy, not ill in a way that fasting would cause serious harm, not traveling, resident, not on a journey of significant distance, not a woman during menstruation or postnatal bleeding. Those who are exempted due to illness, travel, pregnancy, or breastfeeding must make up missed days later. This is called qada. Those who are permanently unable to fast, such as elderly people with chronic illness, may pay fidya, feeding one poor person for each missed day. How is the fast started and ended? Suhoor, the pre-dawn meal eaten before far begins. The Prophet encouraged the suhoor even if it is just a date and water, as it carries blessings. Niyah, the intention for fasting must be made, ideally the night before, or before far begins each day. Iftar, the fast is broken immediately at Maghrib, traditionally with a date and water, following the sunnah of the Prophet. Allah states the purpose of Ramadan fasting in Surah Al-Baqarah chapter 2, verse 183, so that you may attain taqwa. Taqwa is one of the most important concepts in the Quran. It comes from the Arabic root waqaya, meaning to protect or shield. Taqwa is usually translated as God consciousness, piety, or God-fearingness. A person with taqwa is someone who is always aware that Allah sees, hears, and knows everything they do. Chooses obedience to Allah even when no one is watching. Avoids what Allah has forbidden, not because of fear of punishment alone, but because they love Allah and want to please Him. Fasting trains taqwa. When a student is alone and no one would know if they took a sip of water or ate a biscuit, but they refuse because Allah sees them. That is taqwa in action. The Prophet said in a hadith Qudsi, where Allah speaks through the Prophet, every deed of the son of Adam is for himself except fasting. It is for me, and I will reward it. He gives up his food, drink, and desire for my sake. Fasting is therefore a uniquely intimate act between the Muslim and Allah. Ramadan is not only about abstaining from food, it intensifies all forms of worship. The Prophet said, Whoever spends the night of Ramadan in prayer, with faith and seeking reward, all his past sins will be forgiven. Tarawih, additional night prayers performed after Isha throughout Ramadan. In Nigerian mosques from Sokoto to Lagos, the Tarawih prayer brings congregations together every night, often with Quran recitation from Hafiz. Laylat al-Qadr, the night of power, falls in the last 10 nights of Ramadan. Most likely the 27th night. The Quran describes it as better than 1,000 months, Surah Al-Qadr, chapter 97. Increased Quran recitation, many Muslims aim to complete the entire Quran during Ramadan, reading 1 juz, 1/30th, per day. Increased charity, Zakat al-Fitr is a small obligatory charity paid at the end of Ramadan by every Muslim on behalf of themselves and their dependents. It ensures that the poor can also celebrate Eid al-Fitr. In Nigeria, Ramadan is a time of extraordinary community life. From the Ahmadu Bello Stadium in Kaduna to the mosques of Mushin in Lagos, Muslim communities fast together, break the fast together, and pray together. Iftar tables, known in Nigeria as Abinci Salah or breaking the fast meals, are often shared with neighbors, including non-Muslims. This spirit of generosity and sharing across religious lines is a powerful expression of how Islamic values contribute to Nigerian national unity. Eid al-Fitr, the celebration that marks the end of Ramadan, is a national public holiday in Nigeria, observed with prayers, new clothes, family visits, and food. It is one of the most joyful days of the Islamic calendar. Let us review. Siyam means to abstain from food, drink, and immoral acts from Fajr to Maghrib during Ramadan. Quran, Surah Al-Baqarah 2:183. Who fast, adult, mentally sound, healthy, non-traveling Muslims. Exemptions, ill, traveling, pregnant, menstruating, must do qada or fidya. Suhoor, pre-dawn meal, naya, or intention, iftar, or breaking fast at Maghrib with dates. Goal, taqwa, God consciousness, awareness that Allah sees all. Additional Ramadan worship, Tarawih prayers, Laylat al-Qadr, Quran completion, Zakat al-Fitr. Ends with Eid al-Fitr, a national holiday in Nigeria. For homework, write a one-page essay describing what Ramadan looks and feels like in your community in Nigeria, including how both Muslims and non-Muslims experience the month.